It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers.
Keep playing hard.
Mike 5-4. And
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
14.
You got tight.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
He's coming.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Hurd, 51 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Mike 57. let's get some penetration here. Kill. Watch twist. He's checking. Crash.
McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you, son. Everybody, kill. Check 13.
Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Check. Watch 54.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 26. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 65 yards on the ground.
49er, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Go 14. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 95. Good job right there.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mike 315. Mike 5-4. Get in the weight room.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Mike 380. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just like that. It's me and you. Bang.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
14.
It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They can have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. Line 8. We're going to 54. Line 8. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 43 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Got it. I got you. That's all right.
On first down, Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Coleman. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
You got nothing.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Watch the out. There we go, kill. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the slant. Hurry.
Now Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On first down, Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down again. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Whoosh. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's some guys, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 46.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The ball comes out. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
Stay with your man. Go, get out there, Right there, 54 Mike. You remember me? You on. Let's go, baby.
Prescott from the gun. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively, put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Dances by him. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get to their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew,